All right, hey folks, this is Dave Wood talking to you from Costa Rica with a badass inner circle interview here. Now I got a guy that I actually didn't know till about 5 minutes ago. I saw him on the leaderboards, and this is usually how these go, by the way, when I'm connecting. Is like I see somebody who's making like $5,000 in a week, and I'm like, who's that? And so I got to give him a call and connect. And this is how I met Chuck. So Chuck, actually, you'll see him on the leaderboards, is Charles Marshall. Goes by Chuck, and he's been a marketer online for, I guess, a few years. And we got a chance to connect and thought his strategies were kind of interesting. So what I'm going to do is ask him a little bit about himself and ask him to share some of the things that he's been doing. He does know a lot because he's been online for a long time and makes money in a lot of other things other than Empower Network. And so it's a valuable perspective to add from your business. So that being said, Chuck, great to have you on. And why don't we just start? Maybe you could tell people a little bit about yourself, why you got into Empower Network, what you see in this for your list and your people, because you've already got a list, and maybe share why you got in, and then what's happened since you got in. That a good place to start?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, I'm Chuck Marshall. I live here in the States, up in the Pacific Northwest in Washington, and I've been working online at home, doing the home-based business, affiliate marketing, network marketing thing full-time for a little over 6 years now, and I got started with Empower Network because, I really, for a lot of the people that I work with, who needed something in this price range, and a lot of the stuff you guys offer is a lot of high value. I can tell you, I never had a blog before until I got one through Empower Network because I was so intimidated by that and trying to set one up and all that stuff. But when I saw I could get one for $25, and I knew a lot of my people on my list and stuff would really like that as well, and I have some of my own sales funnels outside of Empower Network that I use to kind of drive nice targeted traffic into Empower Network. And so it's just altogether, I thought I'd test it out when I first came in, and now, as of course you can see my results, it's gone crazy, and I'm really glad to be a part of it and happy to share it with as many people as I can and help as many people as I can earn money and with Empower Network as well. So,
well, awesome, man. It's good to have you on here. And a couple of things that I wanted to kind of dig into a little bit from our conversation we had a minute ago. I should have recorded that too. But no, it's real fast in talking to you because I think that you've averaged a little over $9,000 a month since you came in here, and then just the last 2 weeks, I think you've made like $8,000 in the last 2 weeks, and you're on track this month to do a little over $16,000. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if that went to about 20 this month. So I think it could actually be 20. But I don't know that you've really done anything different, but you've been really consistent here, just kind of sent people, over. But for you, okay, how is Empower Network really different, or how's it been different from some of your other experiences in selling all the different affiliate, marketing things that you've sold out there in the marketplace? How's this experience been a little bit different for you?
Well, it's like we were talking about earlier, the biggest difference for me is like how active and upfront you and Dave Sharp are, like, with everything that's involved in Empower Network. I don't really see that from, everybody else is like behind the curtain and nobody, and you guys are up front and tackling issues and making things better for everybody. And, for me, like, I'm a big like offline guy, which might sound weird, because today everything's the internet and text messages and Facebook and Twitters and all that. Like I'm a big offline marketer, and I drive a lot of traffic, just hordes of traffic to my outside sales funnels, and I show them Empower as part of that presentation, and they just love it, and I get a lot of positive feedback from it, and obviously, as you can see, the results I've been having with it income-wise is a reflection of that. So I would consider the entry points with Empower to be like a low ticket, front end, what would be considered probably like a funded proposal for some people to bring people into other programs. But for me, I'm using it to build up a residual income with it off one of my other front end sales funnels, and it's going really, really well, and a lot of people really like it, and that's how I'm able to keep having such consistent good months with it. And like you said, this month is going to be my best month ever, and I'm real happy to be a part of it because it's easy for people to plug into, and easy for them to duplicate it, and I'm happy to help as many people as I can do that.
Absolutely, and you're doing a great job, by the way, and it's good to see. And I mean, if there's one thing, like I told you earlier, that I want to do is if I could see you get to 100,000 a month, just extra here, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And so let's dig into a couple strategy things,
Sure.
because you do things obviously a little bit different. Now, some of the things you do are going to be a little bit more outside of the range of a lot of the people in power, but there's also a lot of people that can relate to them. So I think it's important in the inner circle to cover everything.
Sure.
But first, let's start with some of the things that are doable. You know, like you mentioned, doing things like you do a lot of offline advertising. You post ads in places, and you know, I think you said you do newspapers, magazines, things like this. I don't really understand that world, so it's actually a great place to talk, because I can learn and take notes. What kind of ads do you do? I mean, where do you advertise? What are some of your things that you do?
Sure, absolutely. Well, right now there is between 12 and 15 different offline publications that are geared towards just people who are interested in like home-based business, work from home, starting a business, and things like that. And there's other things in there besides, in these publications, there's other things in there besides home-based businesses. There's things that people can start their own, you know, shaved ice stand or you know, concrete curbing thing if they want, or clean carpets. I mean, these magazines have anything from like starting brick and mortar businesses to working at home. But these publications are geared towards people that are looking to make some extra money from home some way, or make some extra money doing their own thing one way or the other. And a lot of the, I mean, I can give you names of publications if that will help people.
Let's shoot some out there. Now, also, let's give a few, and then talk about how to connect with something like this, and how to get on the phone with somebody that can place an ad, and maybe talk about some strategies for getting cheaper ads. Maybe you know how to do things like this. So,
I know, because I started doing this type of marketing with a couple $100. So I mean, you know, you don't have to have thousands of dollars to do the type of marketing I do. I mean, it can cost that much, but you don't have to have that much. So, you know, so like the best publications that have had the best response for me are